A car accelerates uniformly from 18 km per hour to 36 km per hour in 5 seconds. Calculate the acceleration and the distance covered by the car in that time. It is similar problem. First we need to write the given values. U equal to 18 km per hour. We need to convert that. 18 into 5 by 18. It will cancel each other and it will be 5 meter per second. It will be 5 meter per second. And final velocity V is equal to 36 km per hour. 36 into 5 by 18. We can cancel this one, then it will be 10 meter per second, and time duration is 5 seconds. How we can find acceleration? The same equation, A is equal to V minus U upon T. Instead of V, we can use 10. Instead of U, we can use 5. Instead of T, we can use 5. Then A is equal to 10 minus 5 by 5. It will be 5 by 5, and acceleration is equal to 1 meter per second square. Now we can find the distance. Acceleration is 1 meter per second square, U is equal to 5 meter per second, V is equal to 10 meter per second, T equal to 5 seconds. How we can find acceleration? The equation is S equal to ut plus half at square, and instead of ut we can use 5 into 5 because U is 5 and T is 5. 5 into 5 plus half into. Instead of A we can use 1 into T square is 5 square. Now 5 into 5 25 plus half into 25. 1 by 2 into 5 square is 25. S equal to 25 plus 25 by 2. S equal to 25 plus 12.5 equal to 37.5 meter. The distance covered by the car in that time is 37.5 meter. The brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meter per second square in the opposite direction to the motion. If the car takes 2 seconds to stop after the application of brakes, calculate the distance it travels during this time. There is a car and this car is moving with a velocity, and within 2 seconds it is stopping because of the application of brake. The acceleration is minus 6 meter per second square. The negative sign is because of decrease in velocity. The velocity is decreasing. And time is 2 seconds, V is 0 meter per second because the car is stopping. Because of that, the final velocity will be 0. Calculate the distance it travels during this time. We have two equations to find the distance. One is S equal to ut plus half at square. Second one is V square is equal to U square plus 2as. In both equations, we need to find U. We don't know the value of U. So first we can find the value of U. Which equation we can use? We can use this equation, V is equal to U plus AT. From this equation, can you make an equation for U? Yes, it will be U equal to V minus AT. What is the value of V? V is 0. What is the value of A? Minus 6. What is the value of T? 2. It will be 0. U equal to 0 minus 6 into 2. There are 2 minus, it will be plus, then 6 into 2, 12 meter per second. Now we have all the values. Which equation we can use now? S equal to ut plus half at square. We are using the equation S equal to ut plus half at square. Instead of U we can use 12 meter per second. Instead of T we can use 2 seconds. Instead of A we can use minus 6 and T is 2 seconds. Ut means 12 into 2 plus half into minus 6 into 2 square. Instead of A we are using minus 6. Instead of T we are using 2 and it will be 2 square. We can cancel this 2 and minus 6. It will be minus 3. 12 into 2 24 plus minus 3 into 4. 2 square is 4. 24 plus minus 12. Minus 3 into 4 is minus 12, and if we are adding this one we will get 12 meter. The distance traveled during this time is 12 meter. A bus starting from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. Find the speed acquired and the distance traveled. A equal to 0.1 meter per second square. It is given in the question. It is acceleration. Acceleration is 0.1 meter per second square, and time duration is 2 minutes. 2 into 60 second. We are converting that minute into second. 2 into 60 second, and it is 120 second. We need to find the speed. A bus is starting from rest. It is starting from rest. So the value of initial velocity U will be 0 meter per second. We can find speed using this equation v is equal to u plus at. Just substitute all the values, then it will be 0 plus 0.1 into 120. Instead of u we can give 0, instead of a we can give 0.1, and instead of t we can give 120. It will be 12 meter per second. The distance traveled. How we can find the distance now? The same equation, s equal to ut plus half at square. S equal to, instead of ut it will be 0 because the value of u is 0. U into t, it will be 0 into t, 0, plus it will be 0 into 120 plus half into, instead of a we can use 0.1 into t square is 120 square. S equal to 0 plus s equal to 0 plus 1 by 2 into 0.1 into 120 into 120. We are cancelling this 2 and 120. It will be 60. Then 0.1 into 60 into 120. Answer is 720 meter. A racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after the start? Acceleration is 4 meter per second square. It is given in the question. And time is 10 seconds. What is the value of u? U is 0 because it is starting from the rest. U equal to 0 meter per second. We need to find distance. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after the start? We can substitute all the values here. It will be 0 into 10 plus 1 by 2 into 4 into 10 square. Then 0 plus 1 by 2 into 4 into 400. 4 into 100. S equal to 1 by 2 into 400. S equal to 200 meter. A stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. If the acceleration of the stone during this motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction, what will be the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there? There is a stone. The initial velocity is 5 meter per second and acceleration is minus 10 meter per second square. We are throwing that stone with a velocity of 5 meter per second. That's the reason for this movement. So initial velocity is 5 meter per second because we are throwing the stone with that velocity, and acceleration is minus 10 meter per second square. Minus 10 means the acceleration is in downward direction and displacement is upward direction. So there will be a negative sign for this acceleration. At the maximum height, what will be its final velocity? At maximum height, the stone will stop for some time. Then final velocity is 0 meter per second. We need to find the distance traveled by the stone, means the height attained by the stone, and how much time will it take to reach there. These two things we need to find in this question. Height we need to find, time we need to find. First we can find time. Which equation we can use here? We can use this equation, v is equal to u plus at. From this equation, can you make an equation for time? T equal to v minus u by a. V is 0 and u is 5 meter per second and acceleration is minus 10. It will be t equal to 0 minus 5 by minus 10. Minus 5 by minus 10. We can cancel this 2 minus and it will be 0.5. 5 by 10 is 0.5 second. T is equal to 0.5. Now we have the values u, v, a, t. We need to find the height. Instead of height, we can find the displacement. The equation for displacement is s equal to ut plus half at square. The value of u is 5 and t is 0.5. 5 into 0.5 plus half into. Acceleration is a and minus 10. A is minus 10 into t square. T square is 0.5. It will be minus 10 into 0.5 square. 5 into 0.5 is 2.5 plus half into 10 minus 10 into 0.5 square. So we can write minus 10 into 0.25. 0.5 square is 0.25. S equal to 2.5 plus 1 by 2 into 10 into 0.25 means it is minus 2.5. Then we need to divide it. Minus 2.5 by 2 is 1.25. Then it will be s equal to 2.5 minus 1.25. Displacement is 1.25 meter. Subscribe our channel for getting instant notification of sample paper solution and support us for providing free online classes to everyone. www.winpointonlineclasses.com